Hi guys. I want to go into the Ten Commandments and the Bible as taken out of context, literal versus interpretation. Now, one thing I want to get straight before anything that I get into with the Ten Commandments. All right, the word kill was not used until the 14th century. You can check this out on your own. I'm not going to do the homework for you, okay? You need to be able to research these things for yourselves. So when I make a claim, if I don't provide evidence, it's out there and you can find it. So get off your lazy asses, go to Google, type in a little search term, and find out for yourself. So, like I said, I'm not doing the homework for you. I am going to put some information here. I'll put the links down to where I found my information. But other than that, the rest is up to you. Itchy nose. All right, so let me get into thou shalt not kill real quick, because the thing is, there are people out there that are saying that does not pertain to killing, it pertains to murder instead. Well, I got two definitions here, one for kill and one for murder. Now, one idiot actually said that killing is a lawful act, a lawful way of taking a person's life. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Let me read it to you because I got it right here and you'll see it right there. Okay? Kill is a verb. The definition of kill, transitive verb. 1. A, to deprive of life, cause the death of. Okay? B, 1. To slaughter as a hog for food. 2. To convert a food animal into a kind of meat by slaughtering. That's killing right there. 2A, to put an end to. Kill competition. To put an end to. Okay, to kill your competition, whatever. All right. B, defeat, veto, killed the amendment. C, to mark for omission, also delete. D, annihilate, destroy, kill an enemy. 6A, to cause extreme pain to. Okay, now I left out a few definitions only because they weren't pertaining to what I was talking about. They're more or less, they don't even belong in it. In fact, what I'm trying to say is with the animals, that doesn't even pertain to this, so that really didn't need to go in there, but you can read it right here for yourself. Okay? Now, the definition for murder, it's a noun. The crime of unlawfully killing a person, especially with malice aforethought. Now, to kill a person means to end a life, period. Okay? Now, with that in mind, killing is murder. Whether it's unlawful or lawful, it is considered murder. You are ending something completely outright. So, to say thou shalt not kill means thou shalt not take another life, which is probably the direct translation since the word kill wasn't even used until the 14th century. Now, let's go into the Ten Commandments themselves and let's go through them step by step a little bit. Okay? Now, I'm still using the same one that I used in my other video, and it has the three different Ten Commandments there, the Judaism, the Augustine, and the Origin. The first one is, and I'll go through just the Judaism because that's more correct than everything else because Judaism was around before Christianity. So let's go with those 10 commandments because I'm pretty sure that's what Moses got on the top of the mount. So the first commandment is, I am thy Lord. No shit. If you're claiming God, you're going to be the Lord. You know, that's not even a commandment. That's just fucking egotistical. All right. 2, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Sounds kind of like he's, jealous of everything else. So therefore, if you have any other gods, eh, that's a really bad commandment. 3, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Well, fucking goddamn it, why not? Nobody takes the Lord's name in vain, period. If somebody says God damn it, you're asking God to damn it. Now if we're saying Jesus fucking Christ and you believe he's God, but then again there's those that don't believe he's God, is that taking the Lord's name in vain? I don't know. But that's a stupid thing. So the first 3 right there are nothing more than God telling you you're not allowed to do this because I said so and because it's about me. It's all about me. It's about my ego, my big old egotistical self. Fuck it. So now we go down to number 4. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. When did Sunday become the 7th day when it's always been the first day of the week? Isn't your Sabbath on the last day of the week, on the 7th day? Wouldn't that be a Saturday? Which you're running around in Walmart, picking up a whole bunch of shit you don't even need, whatever. So, scrap number 4 because you obviously don't even agree with that. So, honor thy father and thy mother. Again, I'll go back to the part where Jesus Christ said, about if you don't hate your mother and father, your child and sibling, your brother, sister, uncle, cousin, blah, 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 you will not be a disciple of mine. It even goes into it saying, if you don't, hold his cross, you'll never be a disciple. Well, the thing is, how did Jesus know about holding a cross when the cross didn't even become an object of any kind of religious, tenet until he died? Does that make any sense to you? No. It's right there in what was it, Luke or Matthew? I know it's one of those. Or no, it was Exodus, right? Um, David Wells, I'm sure you're pretty much watching this, so why don't you refute me and go ahead and put that back up in full text so we can see it. Either that or even better, I'll post it down in the description below so that you guys can see it. Either that or maybe I'll put it right over here. But yeah, it's already here. Yeah, I've already popped it up. So you read it for yourself, and you misinterpret it all you want. But if you're going to do anything by the Bible, you need to do it literally instead of telling me to read it and then interpret it in a completely different way from what it says, because that's fucking hypocrisy. And you guys are friggin', batshit crazy. So, all right. So number 6, thou shalt not murder. The other ones also say thou shalt not kill. So thou shalt not murder. Well, let's go back to Noah's Ark. So only 2 people on the face of the fucking earth were good enough to make a boat and were good enough in the eyes of the Lord. All the rest of the people were fucking wrong. All the children, all the women, all the men. Doesn't matter what they did that was good, So I guess you're punishing all for the few that actually did something wrong. That makes no sense. That's murder. So God wipes out all the earth with his global flood or his localized flood that's completely bullshit itself and kills off all those people. And that's not murder. That's considered genocide. But okay, I'll digress. Number 7, thou shalt not commit adultery. Well, as I put it in another video, and you guys can refute this all you want, God did rape Mary in order to create Jesus. Who's committing adultery now? Ah, yeah, and how many of you out there are committing adultery right now? 8, thou shalt not steal. Well, no shit. But everybody does it. Everybody steals that cookie from the jar. Everybody steals a little food, when they're not supposed to, or, just taking a little something. Even if it's just a tiny little bit that you don't think anybody's going to miss, it's still considered stealing. Everybody does it. Even the church does it with your money. Because I'm pretty sure that if God could create all of this, he really doesn't fucking need your money. Neither does the church that has the big old satellite system so that you can watch a preacher from 3,000 miles away talking to 11 other churches on the other side of the fucking world. Nah, that's fucking bullshit. They don't need that. Your God's personal. Don't be spreading it all over the place like a fucking wildfire. It's fucking bullshit. Church doesn't need that money. God doesn't need that money. And if you believe that, you're a fucking moron. So they're the ones stealing from you more than the government is. Ask the church how much money they've actually collected. Ask all churches how much money they've collected in a full year and see if that wouldn't help out our national debt here in the United States. You might be surprised. Number 9, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. How many of you have bared false witness against your neighbor? Bullshit if you say none. All of you have at one time or another, whether it was in your mind or not. Because if your God knows everything, he knows what you're fucking thinking, doesn't he? Bunch of hypocrites. 10, thou shalt not covet. The Judaism 10 commandments just covered everything, all. Even the 10th commandment covers it very generalized. Thou shalt not covet. Okay? What are you coveting? Everything. You covet all kinds of goods. You covet your neighbor's goods. You covet your neighbor's wife. You do it all the time, whether you know it or not. You're fucking coveting. These fucking things are common sense, but the thing is, most of them you fucking sin on all the time anyways. There's not one that you're not doing. And in fact, if number 7, thou shalt not commit adultery, and God raped Mary to create Jesus, he was also breaking commandment number 10, which was thou shalt not covet, because he was coveting another man's wife, favored her over every other woman there to have Jesus as his child. So there you go. Even if you don't want to say that God actually raped, Mary, and you want to say it's something supernatural, how do you account for number 10 when God coveted Joseph's wife, Mary, in order to have a supernatural impregnation? Let's just call it a supernatural rape. She didn't know it was happening until it was too late. Ha ha. Rape. So let's go into the other ones, Augustine and Origen, because a couple of these, they just scatterbrain about and stuff like that. So Augustine actually breaks up 10 into 9 and 10. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, or thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's goods. That's just, fucking whatever. We'll break it apart so you understand it better. Fucking bullshit. Origen put into it in the second commandment, thou shalt not make for thyself any graven image. And like I said before, what is more graven an image than the cross that a person was killed upon. Why would you fucking wear a cross around your neck? Why would you wear an implement of death around your neck? I know I'm going to come up with a whole bunch of bullshit answers for that. But the thing is, the most graven image known to man is that fucking cross because of the way you said he died for your sins. So now you are putting the most graven image on your chest, on your walls, in the streets, on by the highways, on graves, everywhere you put it, you're putting a graven image. So I guess with these 10 commandments that you're supposed to be following, you're going to hell. All of you. But since I don't believe in God, I guess I'm going nowhere. So if you're going to actually follow what the Bible says, okay, if you're going to follow what the 10 commandments say, you need to follow them literally. You cannot interpret them. If you're going to tell me that I need to read something and I go and I read it and I interpret it literally, but you interpret it completely opposite or different from what it is, you're a fucking moron. You're a fucking hypocrite. You cannot cherry pick the fucking Bible and get away with it because it makes you look stupid. Okay? You may have a lot of other idiot people out there that are just like you, but you're a fucking moron. The Bible itself is full of major contradictions and stuff. And before you tell me to go read the Bible, which I have done, and I have taken it literally, and that is why I'm an atheist, stop misinterpreting your own fucking Bible. Read what it says, and it says it very plainly and clearly there. Do what it says if you're going to follow the Bible. If you're not going to follow the Bible literally, you need to put it down and step away from your religion because you will be considered a hypocrite in the eyes of people. It's just plain common sense, people. Wake up. Smell the roses. They weren't God. They weren't made by God. Okay? Whatever you believe, whatever your faith is, that's fine. Keep it to your fucking self. But, never mind. You've already heard the rest of my other videos. If you haven't, go check them out. You might actually learn something. Stop following fucked up people that keep telling you the misrepresentation and the misinterpretation of your own Bible. Go out, read it, take it in literally as it is written, understand it exactly how it is written, and I can guarantee you will probably have a lot more questions than you ever had in your life before. Peace out, guys. Have fun.